Who's the best player in the Premier League at the moment?
I think Enrique has been the best player in the Premier League this season.
You didn't play.
I know they play.
Why what are we? Do you think that? What do you think we are doing here?
What's the yardstick?
Wait, I mean,
Who doesn't play?
He doesn't even start. How many games does he start?
Enrique.
Abigail, what do you think we are doing here?
When I know they watch Man City game.
Oh, now only you they watch him now.
Enrique.
Enrique,
Go and
how
sleep.
many games in this?
Go and check his start. Bring out his start. Are you whining me?
Please bring it out, oh. Wale, please bring it out.
Bring out his start. Are you whining me?
You see, you can't even.
A few moments later.
Why Wale dey racing?
Wale, what's up?
Wale's hand.
Wale, what's up?
Read the stats.
What are you saying now?
Abigail, leave the sets. No.
Come over here.
Can we?
Enrique, where are the words?
He said, I check you.
Where?
Abigail, you play football. You play for one.
You know say.
Carry mode for
At that time we go talk say football no be start. Now you mean you watch am.
You can agree that if you're doing an all-time Premier League goalkeepers, right, it would either be Cech or Van der Sar.
Sentimental reasons, and just because of how I started watching football and who I saw, I'm going to put Van der Sar. Van der Sar is my goat when it comes to goalkeepers. I'll put Van, but Gear is exceptional.
We don't that actually played Chelsea, like prime Chelsea, bro. There was a point that I actually thought in my mind that you can never score Petr Cech. Like it was almost impossible.
At some point, it was like that.
Funny thing is that the first time Messi actually scored Petr Cech was after Mama his walking stick already.
It was a thing.
Make I allow these legends score me.
What's it like hanging out with us? Like, describe everybody in one word.
If you found it's because we're boring fake. It's fake. No. Give me 5 million. You understand?
You know, the guys are like characters in a film. It's like a weekly TV show. I think the camaraderie between the guys, myself, Ini, IBK, Wale, of course, as well as Rafa, creates an interesting dynamic that I think the viewers certainly relate to.
THP over the years has been a necessity, still is a necessity, you know, at a time where everything feels fast and regurgitated.
Our cultural space was craving realness, heritage and intention, and that is why I'm able to be myself on the podcast.
Oh yeah, now predict that now.
I've seen games like these.
We've been able to move with clarity to deliver something with restraint, depth and timeless wit. And in many ways, we've been able to reset the standard to show what is possible from an African cultural and storytelling perspective.
In the first half,
I don't know the game that you watched, but in that first half, the team that looked like they were going to score the most was us.
For us, it's not punditry, it's artistry. There's a self-awareness to what we're doing. For us, we're driving our cultural nuances in every single conversation, and I think that's what we keep trying to do.
THP at season 6 is a proof that when your product is sharp and your values are intact and your timing is intentional, you have a chance of building something that is authentic.
We're playing a different game, not one based on virality or chasing the algorithm, but one built on value.
We're not looking to scale at all costs. We're building substance, and we want that to scale over time.
After 6 solid years with the guys, I realized that we are not just a sports show that's entertaining, but an entertainment show that truly knows sport. I'm sure you know that already.
He just needs more oil. I will collect on 70,000. I said, this guy, he would never make it. But all of this means nothing if no one is ready to receive it. And that's where you, the viewers, come in.
Thank you for allowing us to play our position and allowing our work to speak for itself.
So every now and then I go somewhere to different places and someone recognizes you. And that totally humbles me because of the fantastic community we've been able to build.
All of this is not enough without you guys.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome to season 6.
Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am Yubi Nsonduno with the metronome. Now, after 6 years of THP, 2 main address changes, whilst racking up 650 plus episodes, we've only had 2 women grace our studios. So today, it gives me great pleasure to welcome a third. Please join me as we welcome to our studios for the very first time, Anita Tuesday. Gentlemen, it is good to have a third woman on the set in 6 years. It hasn't happened. So look, we have to give her a warm welcome, right? And, you know, we've had a very spirited conversation, right? Before the show starts, but of course, it's also good to welcome the A&R of opportunities. And I was thinking about this thing while I was driving last week, right? Because I keep calling you an A&R, but I thought about, what is Rufai's strength? I think Rufai A&R's opportunities. So I hope you like that very much, right? What is that? You know an A&R in music normally, you find, you pretty much find the talents, the right song, the right opportunities for the... But I think generally in life, I should say you are an A&R of opportunities, no? Right?
I think that's nice.
That's really good, yeah?
That's really good.
That's good.
Connect.
Right? That's good. So I think a lot about how to make sure you guys have the best intro. Of course, IBK Sports, double award-winning podcaster. Always Twitter sweethearts, right? So, gentlemen, good to have you on the podcast. Anita, your native name is... do you help us pronounce it?
Peremobwere.
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 Delta.
Peremobwere. Yeah. I got it.
Where in Delta?
She's from Delta.
I'm Ijo.
Right.
Yes, I am. One of your exes.
Sorry, no.
Love it.
You're actually very right.
First long range effort.
She's married now. Shout out to Torisheju. That's
That's Ishekiri, not Ijo.
Oh, right.
but like she's from.
Now I want to break up with that. You
South,
don't know.
South. She's from. But I was told that
Not
you
an
guys,
intentional man.
you guys can sleep in water for like, let's say 1 hour. Is it true?
I don't know about that, but we are a riverine people.
Right.
Yes.
Can you swim?
No, I can't.
Oh my God.
Yes, my ancestors are rolling actually.
You are not.
You can't swim?
not an Ijo person then. You
am.
cannot swim.
Speaking of swimming, I've been taking swimming classes at the moment, and it's one of the most humbling moments when you see kids going to deep end. And
Those
they're like, come on,
have
come
no
on.
fear.
I'm like, my brother, I have achieved some things in life, right?
And I'm looking to achieve some more.
right? You are just at the start.
You have no understanding.
I'm trying to lose, right? So
You can guide yourself.
Yeah,
that's why I always feel like the best time to learn how to swim. Just take your kids, man. When they're like, when they have no thinking of what danger is or whatever, that's the best time.
Yep. Yeah. Because I see kids, they bring the kids all the time, and you see, I've seen kids, the third class, they're floating like, they're just there.
Yeah.
Muscles are not stiff, joints are not hard. Look, it takes me such great work to flatten my back out when I'm lying on the water.
Can you do butterfly stroke now?
I don't know what
Can you swim?
I did swim.
Can you swim?
Let's
Let's go today now. Today's my swimming.
I never ever trust. I never ever believe anything IBK says. Because IBK goes, they swim now. You go cold water. You go
Oh man. No, but swimming is actually very fun. I think I don't know that there's an exercise, and we talk about this a lot. If I play sport, I try to do some extracurricular stuff. In all the things I've done, I don't think that anything stresses me more than swimming. It stresses me a lot. Like
really,
the night I sleep the
right
best.
after or during because during the process, like I'm having a good time.
The moment
but
you're having a great time.
Yeah.
When you sleep,
that's when you feel the physical.
You feel your entire body was working.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel your back. And for me, I like that kind of, before they say I'm a masochist, but I like that kind of pain, right? Where you feel your muscles sore.
No, of course, I like it.
Okay, it's feeling out. I like this.
Just to back up what you said, when you used to go to the gym and then you stop for a while.
Yeah.
Then you lose
that
all the
pain.
gains and then you go back and then that pain.
Yeah.
I like that pain.
Love it.
I enjoy that pain. Yeah.
Love
What's going on here?
The one I don't like is when you stop running. After a while, what happens for me when I start running again, the first 30 minutes of my run, I start to feel itches on my skin, right? It feels like my skin is like, having like, goosebumps and stuff. Apparently I Googled and I found that it was, your blood is pumping, your heart's pumping a lot more blood, so your veins are not carrying as much volume. Sorry, Enrique, you're the fly swatter.
Fly don't come again today.
And also we're arguing, we didn't have, flies on set, right?
None.
Yes.
Not one single one,
I
right?
say, I don't know who they're saying this thing come.
So anyway, our producer is just trying to figure out, if we're going to fumigate and stuff like that. So bear with us. But
why are you going to fumigate with? Make sure I'm not strong.
Yeah. Look, you guys, I don't know you guys remember, but I chose to wear a white shoe. You guys all chose to, I became an off-white, but
really nice.
Anita, you're a lawyer, first of all. So let's pretty much center, you're a lawyer. You've been at the bar for what, 9 years now?
Yes.
Yeah.
9 years. It was called in 20.
That's
That's
really
impressive.
Awesome, though. Yeah,
thank
impressive.
you. I've been doing this for
one case since.
I are not like Lassisi.
Lassisi.
My lord, may I?
How many cases have you won?
IBK, don't put me on the spot, but I do majorly corporate I'm a corporate commercial lawyer.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I used to do litigation at the very start of my career, but right now I'm a corporate babe.
Yeah, corporate babe. Yeah.
Not land lawyer.
Yeah, are you in the soft? Are you in the soft girl era?
Yes. I'm in my soft girl.
That's something I see a lot these days. I'm like, where did they say, which Gosha group they send this thing? 'Cause I see it everywhere now. Like, soft girl era, you know.
Yes, please.
Anyway, that's really nice. I mean, we're in a place now where, you know, we see lots of creators. And I remember, I think you should tell me first, you know, who found, because I called you and, you know, we made a conversation, but I sensed that from our call, and I hope you don't mind me saying, I sensed that from our call, you had maybe watched our podcast before.
Yes,
Yeah. I'm
a huge fan, huge fan of the show. I've been watching for a while.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes. I followed through the AFCON.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, it was very, very interesting. And it was one of those days when I just thought, interesting, I would like to be in the midst of these guys
Thank
and
you
just
very
chat
much.
football.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of the show. I have a friend that also watches the show.
Oh, really?
I'm sure that you guys will know him. His name is Williams.
Really?
Yes.
William,
He.
Akpabio.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's a lie.
oh, your friend's
Wow.
William.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
William,
nice.
William actually got me this. You know, no, well, he didn't got me. I bought it from. You know, I bought it, the jewelry.
I used
shouts
to
to
watch.
William.
I used to watch enjoy the podcast. Then one of those days, I just decided to follow you on Instagram.
Right.
Yeah, and that was.
Yeah, and it's funny because, you know, when you had followed me, I didn't. Cause I don't check my notifications on that level. I see
as a
it,
celeb,
you know, but I don't look at it like that.
As a public figure.
So I think I don't know if this is if I'm right, but I think there are if you find a woman, right, a babe, the chance that she's a man you find is at least 70%.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if it was a memo that was sent
And
out.
it's always by
no.
inheritance.
It's a big
Inheritance from
club.
who?
Like, you know, maybe from your guy.
Yeah, it's always something attached. Maybe the dad.
In the same vein,
your guy,
you find a
from your
guy.
dad.
Mine is from really one, actually. My secondary school mate.
Yeah?
Yeah,
really?
yeah, just
I
very
just knew that
a
has
huge
to be-
Manchester United fan. Then
Oh, right.
she used to talk about football in class, and then for some reason, I just decided to follow the club, and that's because in my family, my brothers are Chelsea fans.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how I just became a Manchester United
Since when?
fan. Since that should be 2010, 11 ish.
That's really good. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were at that point where United were,
2010, that's a while
Yeah,
back.
the
we're
glory
almost
days.
chilling.
we're almost finished.
No.
Yes, now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
finished,
2011.
I mean, they got finished in 2013.
Yeah, but we had good days. So I watched Ronaldo play.
Right.
And those were like the glory days. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she was called to buy in 2017. She looks young, but you know, she's
New age lawyer.
yeah, new age lawyer and stuff like that. That's really nice. In the same vein, if you might meet a guy, there's 60% chance he's an Arsenal fan. You meet a guy
Yes.
randomly at an event,
Yeah.
you know.
In Nigeria.
Arsenal,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if he's
Arsenal
a
fan.
tech boy, he's mostly an Arsenal
Mostly an Arsenal fan.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's
No, I think early. Is it late 90s? Arsenal had like a huge impact in Nigeria. Like,
Yeah.
very.
I saw a guy do a video. He said it was
Iganu,
like
Henry.
Papilo.
Yes.
Put me for this
Adebayo.
Exactly.
Adebayo, like Arsenal had a huge, like you go to a viewing center, like Arsenal fans everywhere.
90 because that in that time they show Premier League for weekends, and I'm mostly Arsenal game.
Yes, now, because that's the one that people watch the most.
Exactly.
Then,
Exactly.
90.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I see creators. I was going back to how I found Anita's page. So it's like we've been trying to. She's only the third woman that's come on THP, and we've been consciously trying to find, well, maybe to a lesser extent, trying to find a woman who really fits our energy and stuff like that. And we've had two great ladies come on the set. Swan and Tosin. But every time I stumble upon a woman, doing stuff about football, she's always a Man U fan. And this is my personal bias getting in the way. I don't want to have another Man U fan because
We're still dealing with you and
I think I'm too much already.
I'm not done with
so I'm
you
like,
and Emeka now.
I don't, and there's Emeka as well. So I'm like thinking, okay, can we have a lady who's like an Arsenal fan or like a Chelsea fan, something like that? So it took me great lengths. So I could call Anita. So I got into a DM, called her, and our first conversation was really good. And I got the sense that she might have a great fit. So
thanks for coming through.
Thanks for coming through. Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice
love
to
it.
be here.
Welcome to the show. Right.
I think the energy is great as well.
Yeah.
Like you said, we had a conversation before we started.
Yeah, very spirited.
I like that.
She's pro.
Don't put her on blast. Don't put her on blast.
But I like that.
She's a pro corporate lawyer.
Let's be a soft launch.
Yeah, she don't know. Yeah, I like that.
I like it. It's better off. So one of the things that maybe you didn't mention also is that we're better off, and I think Tosin and Swore did that very well as well.
Yeah.
We're better off having someone that's very opinionated, that's very, they would say their mind. They were better off than, being in your shell. Yeah. So it was really good that, because I wanted to see like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I jab, are you going to jab back?
Yeah.
And all of that. I thought,
Anyway, I saw a video of a passenger on a plane, right? They were flying to Lagos, apparently. And the thing is, they had an international crew. So the guy was like, the guy called people and was like, wait, Lagos I pay for. I don't. This international airways that I'm saying. I pay for Lagos,
I hijack plane.
Why is it complete?
I hijack plane.
What is
No, I don't carry my passport to now.
So,
normal ID card.
No, but you get people saying that hijack plane. Wait, as another hijack, where are
we're not going to Baghdad.
Where are we going? I know whether I land.
Yeah, that's important. Where are we landing?
Where are we landing? You get it is Ontario, Winnipeg.
Please keep hijacking.
For full ahead steam. But it got me thinking as well. We think something that happens to guys. You go to a barbing salon and you get there and you just like, my house true, cut hair 3K. And first thing they offer you granite first. You go first maintain your composure. Next thing they play one nice music, they just, if you say bros, you go drink anything. You want to say, how much? I will spend past 3K.
So like, look, no, that's the point where I say,
at some point, you ask him, like, look.
How much did I bar for you?
Ghana don't even did matter. Problem don't deal.
How much did I bar for you?
How much did I bar for you? Did you see that video where they said, once you walk into a restaurant, I play this type of song, go back.
Go back.
Once you don't hear this song, where you just
Kenny G,
like that one way they play.
The Bee Gees.
Please just turn.
Go back, right? Mm-hmm. It's funny because I've been on some classic vibes.
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of Bee Gees. And my favorite rapper, Nas, was he made a song and he was talking about the Bee Gees. He was like, he's the fourth member of the Bee Gees. Apparently, I think the song "Staying Alive," "Staying Alive," that's actually the Bee Gees, and stuff. So it's like classic vibes.
No, what happened recently was for me as well. Was I started and this one IBK said, "Oh, the song we were playing in the car." I enter IBK car,
right?
IBK because IBK, I don't know what happens. IBK. When IBK is driving,
IBK plays the same song in his car.
So when IBK is driving, he sets. I don't know. I think he just says, "Open the music app," and just the thing just keeps rotating on its own. Yeah. And then some weird ass songs start. DJ one thing can just come after
Nathaniel Bassi.
After Nathaniel Bassi, like I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
They confuse God. Which one?
You get? So I'm like, Baba, please just disconnect. Yeah. First the driving way. So and one thing that YouTube music did for me was like, so I started listening to a lot of R&B again. Yeah. I grew up on R&B. I love R&B. Yes.
I think YouTube music is good.
I don't think than Spotify.
Yeah,
I think I better Spotify.
Yeah. Better. YouTube in my books is the best.
In my books,
yeah.
I don't think it's even close.
It's not
like
close.
I do think, however, that interface on Spotify is probably better. The UI.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's why I don't use YouTube because I don't like the interface.
I think the UI is better.
It's not smooth. It's not very enjoyable.
So and again, I realize that YouTube music has more music, more because I think that some of them even bring in videos. They will convert it to audio, which is
so
an
YouTube
advantage
has the song and the video.
Music.
Put it on the song tab. Yeah. If you want to sing data and stuff.
So it's an advantage.
Yeah, so if you're in YouTube music is good. If you're in a particular mood, find a song that fits the mood, play the song, and just let it select itself.
That's it.
I'll check.
Totally good. Right. YouTube. Look, if you're all our episodes are on YouTube. The debut on YouTube first. If you catch it, please send us an email. We'd love to.
Let's work together.
Let's work together, right? Anyway, I saw another meme I was looking at, and someone says, say So when your girlfriend says, so why is the fullback inverting instead of overlapping?
I saw that one
Who is
too.
doing this work?
What do you want cause that guy? What do you want bring that kind of leg?
We need to have a serious conversation.
Inverting?
Please, first of all, what does inverting mean?
Is that you play game or you and person they watch ball?
What does inverting mean?
There you go, your
that
girlfriend.
one don't pass say you and person they watch ball.
Inverting overlapping, bro.
Say the fullback is inverting, not overlapping. That one don't pass say you they watch ball.
That's a alarm, like
Pro.
hit the alarm button immediately. Something
Something
is
is
going
not
wrong,
right.
right?
Passing this information.
But yeah, anyway, I saw somebody in the comments, and shout out to all the people who watch our content. But also, I think that there's a reason for a timestamp, right? Please use the timestamp,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's all I'll say, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's all I'll say. Use the timestamp. On that note, I'm going to start my stopwatch because producers told me we've got a limited time to film this episode. But in just thinking about what we were going to chit chat about today, I saw a list this guy did about goalkeepers.
Yeah.
And they pretty much, ranking goalkeeper. I think top of the list was, they put Petr Cech or Petr Cech.
I think
it
it
was
was
Cech.
Petr
Cech.
Cech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
you know,
Petr Cech, yeah.
and I've been thinking about it, and we're trying to make the images on the wall. Of course, we're taking the feedback as well. We have JJ in a more strategic place, right? And we put Brendan Fassi, the great Brendan Fassi, just behind me. And do you know Brendan Fassi?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I have an objection or two.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me.
We have a lot of men that have
Right.
done great things for the sport, but I don't see any woman. And then people put Brendan Fassi to represent.
Yeah. So
This is
We have.
I don't know if you see. Have you seen that guy?
Yeah, that's Nas.
That's
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yes,
You
still
know,
doesn't answer my.
So I answered the question, right? And I'm sure Rufai probably also chip in as well. This show is not a football show, and one of the house themes of this podcast is, everything is pretty much on the table, right? The heart of it is football, but it is we talk about anything. We have a meme watch segment on the show, and we could go on for hours. Literally, we cut the meme watch.
Yeah.
For me, I think that we're all football heads, but this musical element, we want to put Denzel on the wall as well. Want to put, I want to put, say, a guy like, maybe not Drake, but Nas is on the wall. It just signifies our interest, basically. Rufai is a big Nas fan. I'm a huge Nas fan. The producer, we all grew up listening to Brendan Fassi. And of course, it's a no-brainer to have Maldini and so on the wall.
What name, came to your mind if you want to put it another? Steady on.
Not any Aluko, but I just thought, I watched the episode where this was
we arranged it,
unveiled,
yeah.
basically. And I thought it would be fair and proper to have some form of female representation. Because the
Footballers.
the heart of the show itself is
Football. Yeah, the heart of it.
Okay.
Football, yeah.
So what name do you have in mind?
We're not in the football business.
I'm sure you have a name. I'm sure there's a name that came to your mind.
It's open for discussion.
Was that
but
Oparanos, yeah? Yeah, Oparanos
That's a fun-
is cool.
Yeah,
Oparanos, yeah.
Perpetual.
I'm a high impression.
Perpetual, yes.
Messi Akide.
Yes,
Messi Akide.
Messi was actually the first person that came to my mind.
Right.
If you don't want to make it very African.
Oh, Assisat.
Assistant is
More recent.
that is debatable, and you can say, oh, she's not all of fame and all of that. But if you want to take it outside, you can bring Mata. At least she has earned it. Mata has earned it.
Matcha is good. Matcha
Oh,
is
my
good.
babe by
Matcha is
Itana
good.
Bumati.
No.
Mata has
Mata is
earned
good.
it. Yeah.
I think Matcha is, for me, my introduction to women's football.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody
In
know
terms of
Mata,
no
bro.
man, I think Mata. No, Mata was.
Nobody
Mata
know
has been playing since. And
I don't know who she's owing money. I don't know who she's owing. I'm like, Mata, you were, she was in the Ojogo Bonito era. She's still playing. I'm like,
That's
Mata
bro.
destroys any kind box where you feel want pull female football, women's football,
she's
destroy-
goated.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
She was something else.
I think it was fair to
Something
say
else.
she's the GOAT.
Yeah, she
In
is.
female football,
She
she
is.
is.
She
the
knows
goat.
she
has
is.
to be the goat.
Definitely.
Easily.
But yeah,
I think Mata is a good shout.
yeah, she's a good shout. Every now and then, I think periodically the images will
we'll
go
switch,
around.
yeah.
We'll switch it up. But I don't know that we're gonna switch Zidane for sure.
Sinoma will take off your head.
I don't know that Zidane is gonna leave that thing anytime soon.
Well,
I don't know.
Zidane
with all due
Maldini.
respect, I don't think JJ should go out.
I don't think JJ is gonna go anywhere. I
Yeah,
think those
he
two people
shouldn't.
will not
Yeah.
move for sure. At some point in time, I think
Drogba will come
Drogba will,
Puerto.
probably put Eto'o.
Yeah.
I think Nas might leave for Denzel at some point in time. I think the great Brendan Fassi might leave for,
For Burna Boy.
Why?
You know,
I feel like say something they worry you.
you know, she might live for maybe Angela Kijo, maybe you never know. But or Angela Jolie. No,
Or Lucky Dube.
I used to love Lucky Dube, by the way.
For fella, please.
I used to love Lucky Dube.
Or
yeah. But we've got lots of really nice, you know, unveilings on the show, and it's
what's
not
the
even
name
about
of Jamaican again now? Legendary.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, Bob Marley. I feel like
Bob Marley has to be there at some point.
So the thing with them Bob Marleys and co is that it's a no-brainer.
Yes, that's it.
Do you understand? And I just feel like I don't know if it just feels too easy.
No, it does.
put fella on the wall.
There's something that a movie producer told me one time. We're having like a production meeting. I was like, so if you do this thing, it's too like everybody knows.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, that's part of making a movie. They said there's a part you get to in a movie, you give the audience what they want. Basically, that's what
there are some things you shouldn't change. There's something my boss used to say, you don't reinvent the wheel. Yeah, there are some people that are goated and their names will always...
You just have to do it. You now look like you are actively trying to not do it if you don't do it.
Right.
Like
so
you're trying to be deliberately
balance. To acknowledge greatness.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So you want to try and be...
Yeah. But that's it. Anyway, let's start with the goalkeepers conversation, because I saw Petr Cech, and you know, last week we had a very nice conversation about Frank Lampard, Iniesta, and you know Xavi, the goats. Pretty much, they're all goated players, and I think they sit on the same table, right? And that was really good and very, you know, it was good to see that a lot of people had lots of opinions on that. So shout out to everybody who loved that, liked the video as you're watching. But it got me thinking as well, and even this was about 3 weeks ago, the goalkeeping. The goats of goalkeeping. Because I saw Manuel Neuer put out a tweet and said, you know, when I finish my career, I hope people can say that I was a good goalkeeper. And I wanted to say, you know, who was interviewing him should have told him, look, bro.
He's being humble, yeah.
I don't understand, like, you know, like, steady on now, you know. Like, who have you been hanging around? Because in case, I should have you know that there's a reason they say, when a goalkeeper puts in a good performance, they say, you got turned prime Manuel Neuer. Right.
True.
And you know, my first introduction to Neuer was watching him against United back in 2011. You know, against Schalke 04. I'd never seen anything like that in my life up until that point. Right. I've seen some goalkeeping performances that made me say, you know what, that guy would finish as one of the all-time greats. Manuel Neuer in 2011, David De Gea against Arsenal. Right. That is one of the good performances I've seen from a goalkeeper. Courtois
against Liverpool,
Champions League final. Right. So for every goalkeeper, there are those games you watch and you're like, yeah, he will be thereabouts, right? I've seen Petr Cech in the Premier League era, that GOATs, you know, Barclays era, do some ridiculous things, you know, one-on-ones, but couldn't be Petr Cech, right? I think I probably know better, a game that could point him out as one. But if you were thinking about it, right, Buffon as well. Yeah. Let's start with the Premier League, right? Who would you say? I don't know if you watch Schumacher as much. If we're being very honest, right?
Yeah.
I think Cech is a fair shout, but I think that when you now consider what David De Gea did in the Premier League, right, and who else comes close? There's Petr Cech. After the Barclays era, there's David De Gea, there's Van der Sar.
Yes,
well, definitely
I was waiting for you to say Van der Sar.
There's Van der Sar. Who else makes it?
So my worry when I saw that list. First thing, I would say that it's actually a total disrespect that you have someone like David De Gea, you know, come ahead of Van der Sar. I feel maybe people easily, just like they did with Lampard as well. Maybe people easily forget what Edwin Van der Sar was in that United squad. Like, bro, growing up, Van der Sar was the closest thing to Petr Cech. Because I always saw Petr Cech because we were the one that actually played.
I was about to say, if I'm going to pick a game, it was Barcelona.
We were the one that actually played Chelsea. Yeah. Like prime Chelsea. Bro, there was a point that I actually thought in my mind that you can never score Petr Cech. Yeah. Like, it was almost impossible.
At some point, it was like that.
Funny thing is that the first time Messi actually scored Petr Cech was after Mama his walking stick already.
It was a thing.
Make I allow these legends call me safe. Because so in the end, when I watch Edwin Van der Sar, especially if you are someone that was active playing PS2, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1.
Yep.
These guys are already on bro. These guys are already on 89 88 like goalkeeping ability. So immediately I saw, you know, De Gea ahead of Van der Sar, I was already pleased with the list because this person, the person that made that list, did not actually watch.
You know
Van der
what's
Sar.
crazy is that Van der Sar, I understand why BK is saying honestly, but I just don't know if he gets to a point of is it disrespect that De Gea has come first, because De Gea was ridiculous. But you see Van der Sar, man, I have an image in my head. It was a save Van der Sar made from Torres. Can't remember what year it was, but it was at Old Trafford.
I remember. I know the same.
I think it was Mata that made a cross.
I know the same.
And Torres headed it across. Like the moment the cross came in, Van der Sar shuffled towards the direction the ball was going to.
Yeah.
And Torres headed it back across.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did Van der Sar save?
Bro.
I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And I think United were up by a goal that day or something. I was like, no, fuck you. So Van der Sar had that time. No. Van der Sar was something else.
Yeah.
But De Gea as well. So I was about to ask, you guys are United fans, short stoppers, because that's how you rate both of them.
There's no better shot stopper than
you know,
David De Gea.
Do you guys think Van der Sar was better than David De Gea?
I think David De Gea is the best shot stopper I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a better shot stopper in my life than David De Gea. And I say that because in thinking about this conversation, what we want to do is center the Premier League, you know, goalkeepers, then we now extrapolate to Europe as well, right? Because the list was pretty much a Premier League list. I'm just going to read out the list as it was. It was top 10 all-time Premier League goalkeepers, right? There's Petr Cech at number 1. There's Peter Schmeichel number 2. There's Alisson number 3. I think there's David De Gea number 4. There is Thibaut Courtois number 5. There's Edwin van der Sar in 6. There's Edison in 7. There is Neville Southall in 8. There is David Seaman on 9. There's Pepe Reina at 10. Right. Now, I think the list is very controversial because in no world, if you're limiting it to Premier League, does Thibaut Courtois stay ahead of David De Gea in Premier League?
David De Gea is at
No.
Thibaut Courtois is ahead of David De Gea.
Yeah.
No.
Thibaut Courtois is ahead. It can't be now.
No, it is. I'm correct. No, so this
Alisson is third.
So this was
De Gea is fourth.
I've just checked this out, right? This is according to JB Carragher.
That's
right?
Carragher's list.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, in no world should Thibaut Courtois be ahead of David De Gea or ahead of Van der Sar.
Look, what we have established is that I think, and you and I were talking about it, Carragher deliberately does something.
That's what I'm saying.
Say, you know what, this is going to drive conversation for the platform that I'm working on. So I think that one, there's no. You have to be high on very
I
strong.
think Van der Sar was exceptional. Like you asked about who was a better stopper. For sentimental reasons, maybe I would say I'm tilting towards Van der Sar.
Right.
But Gea was exceptional.
It was.
Flexibility. I used to think reflex. Reflex. I used to think that Van der Sar was one of those people that made proper use of his height.
That's fact, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fact. He made
Because tall goalkeepers struggle at times.
And he came into United and he was very important in the win. I don't think that we were winning or we had a winning streak before Van der Sar came. So when we came into that winning era, he was an important part of that.
Yeah.
Dear Van der Sar, sentimental reasons, and just because of how I started watching football and who I saw, I'm going to put Van der Sar. Van der Sar is my goat when it comes to goalkeepers. I'll put but Gea is exceptional. Definitely Gea over Courtois.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How is Alisson third on that list?
Alisson
is an amazing goalkeeper.
Alisson is one of the goalkeepers that has
Alisson.
I think a lot of people have given. He's a great goalkeeper, but I do think that people have overrated his dominant era.
No,
right?
I don't think so.
No, so I'll tell you why. Right? I think there was. I think let's shuffle back to a 10-year period. Right?
Yeah.
If we go back 10 years from now, that leaves us at 2016. No?
Yeah.
Right? In 2015, who was the best goalkeeper in the world?
Has to be Manuel Neuer.
2015.
Right? In 2015.
Has to be Manuel Neuer.
It was
2015 we won Champions League.
We don't. You guys never had good goalkeepers.
No, it was, I'm sorry, IBK. I hear what I see what you're doing, but it's not Ter Stegen. I think it was Manuel Neuer, right? I think Manuel Neuer was the best goalkeeper
for a long time.
for about
Which
3 or 4 years, right?
Almost
For a long
decade.
time.
So, and what I'm saying is outright best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
You cannot argue with it. I think that David De Gea was the outright best goalkeeper in the
Exactly.
world
He was
for
Neuer.
at least 2 years. At least
Yeah, at some point.
You couldn't touch it.
Yeah.
I think Thibaut Courtois as well, for at least 2 years, was best goalkeeper in the world. I think there was a time as well when Oblak was the best goalkeeper in the world.
Oblak was there.
Oblak had like a year thereabout, right? So if we're gonna squeeze in those years into 10 years,
He mentioned
right?
Casillas.
No, Casillas was before 2018.
Casillas was way.
You know the consideration for Carragher was a 3-year period. If I'm
Right.
not mistaken.
Okay, go for it,
for
yeah.
his list.
Oh, okay.
So that I think we should also put that into consideration.
But I thought they were doing like a all-time.
But when you say all time,
Yeah, so Carragher, the duration that Carragher considered in coming up with this list was
Yeah.
just a 3-year period.
Oh, really?
Yes.
right. So I want to ask now, right? And I think it's also instructive that, in starting this conversation, we haven't talked about we haven't tilted towards goalkeepers that, play with the feet. Because I think football, and I love where football is going at the moment, there might still be some saving football, at least. Where football is now is that you are going back to the more traditional things. You're going back
Because
to
you always
more,
go back there. Everybody will come back to sanity
Yes,
because you
that's
realize
it.
that helps survival.
It's like
Not that
ball
this
playing.
madness
I saw Nana
Exactly,
unfinished
right.
Man U.
The man that started the thing has gone and signed.
has gone and signed Donnarumma.
Donnarumma.
That's the person.
I've watched at least 3 games this season where Donnarumma has saved points,
course.
3 points.
Of course.
And when we started watching the game, right, that's what Van der Sar was
goalkeeper-
doing.
So
right?
you see,
you watch the game like Van der Sar is the reason I won
so
this
you
game.
see, this is where there was a time we were having a conversation about this thing. I can't remember what the topic was, but I think Emeka mentioned something about Alisson being above Cech. But it was a conversation that
no
just,
world possible.
It was a conversation that just moved on. I didn't say anything. And what Emeka said was, Cech played behind, very solid Terry Carragher. It's a valid argument, but it was very wrong. Because Cech, there were 2005 Barcelona.
That's what I'm saying.
Game started, Chelsea raced into like a 2-0, 3-0 lead that game. And then Barcelona started playing.
Yeah.
After Chelsea had scored 2 or 3 goals, and Barcelona started playing.
Yeah, keep us-
Tiki-taka,
that's what-
pa. My goodness. Cech was a madman.
Baba.
Start
Petr
work.
Cech.
Madman.
I will pick Petr Cech over anybody.
So
in this
when you
life.
say it's because he played in front of
No.
Actually,
it
what-
was unbelievable.
Just like Frank Lampard last week, right? I think one of the problems that Cech suffered is going to Arsenal. And I'm sorry.
he suffered
I
that.
don't.
Yeah, that
I'm
was-
not
that
trying
was-
to.
yeah.
Because they say they tried to drag Arsenal and say
No. There was that.
But the funny thing, you be a lot of people still.
It was still very good.
I think you are wrong because even me at some point I even
There was a bit of reputational damage.
I've forgotten that it was at some point at Arsenal.
No, the Arsenal
There was a
team
bit of
demystified
reputational damage.
Cech.
Yeah, he did. That Arsenal thing demystified him a
I
bit.
remember.
I can't even. I forgot to be honest.
No, so
Because you
I
saw
don't
more.
see.
Because you saw more of
You be
Chelsea.
more of that time.
What I'm saying is,
There are people who saw
I
a lot
don't
of that
think
Arsenal.
whatever Petr Cech has gone, I don't think where he went to, damage his PR or maybe.
Now, I understand you're a Barcelona fan.
No, Baba. If Petr Cech go in bar, they go still return. Bro, if like I don't watch this guy.
Do you understand? That 2009. That
Like I don't watch Petr Cech.
IBK.
Bro, now me when I did secondary school, now me watch Petr Cech.
IBK. That 2009. That 2009
God.
where Iniesta finally scored that goal.
God.
That 2009 when Iniesta finally scored that
no,
goal.
yeah.
It was because Cech no
God.
agree. Since
Yes.
when match starts.
Baba, that's Harvard Bridge. God.
Greek.
Cech no agree.
This
that
not-
one self,
he
Cech missed a second. Now he don't take save that ball. He missed a second. And guess what? Iniesta, if Iniesta had taken a touch, there's no way he beats Cech.
Yeah.
As the ball come, he just told the ball.
No, Petr Cech.
So I think we can agree that if you're doing an all-time Premier League goalkeepers, right, it would either be Cech or Van der Sar. If you are doing
All-time best in the Premier League.
for me, right? So if you're doing a 15-year period, so we're doing. I think Peter Schmeichel, just because of sheer amount of Premier League he won.
Yeah,
I didn't watch him a lot, right?
I can't.
But I'd say because of the treble, the Ferguson, there is a PR that comes with that is almost
Yes.
like,
He has mad PR, sha.
So I want to remove him from the era of Petr Cech. So effectively, the Barclays GOATs are your Petr Cech,
No, Petr
Van der
Cech has
Sar,
to be.
yeah.
Edwin van der Sar. But I think Petr Cech will edge a little bit, even though Van der Sar won more Premier League titles. Cech will yeah.
Van der Sar one more Premier
Yeah, obviously now, obviously.
Van der Sar won. United won.
Obviously.
United won 2 treble, two back, 3 in a row.
You know what's crazy is that obviously Cech has most clean sheet, all that. I see that 15 goal record. You know what's crazy?
Bro.
Nobody's touching that.
Sheet.
You know what's crazy about that 15 goal considered season was that few games to the end of the season, Cech, Terry, a few of them were rested. That's why they considered some more goals. They could have considered maybe 12, 11 all season. All season. So the fact that they were rested, because I heard Terry was talking about it, that there were games that they played that they were rested because they already won the league. I was like, guy, why we're considering goals to Premier?
Yeah.
So we could have considered more, like we could have finished the season with maybe 12 goals in the season. You know?
That would have been ridiculous.
You understand? So imagine 15, how difficult it is to break 15. Imagine breaking 10 or 11.
Exactly. Who was the goalkeeper at the Invincibles team? Seaman.
Was it Seaman or Lehmann?
No, it was Lehmann. James.
It was Lehmann was another ridiculous.
Lehmann was the coach. Lehmann wasn't the
very
coach.
unserious.
No, he was unserious.
Very unserious.
So,
Yeah, he's that brain fat. He's that brain fat.
So I think Lehmann is more popular for his madness.
Lehmann was very unserious.
Okay, you want to say?
Very unserious.
Not much. I think I agree with you that Cech is.
I think Cech probably just edges it a little bit, yeah?
Above.
Above Van der Sar.
Yes.
Yeah, ultimately, right?
Ultimately, yeah. If you look at, Cech definitely above Van der Sar.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree with that. But if you then want to bring in, the man.
We didn't mention Joe Hart.
Joe had a year or two, man. That was good.
Yeah, that was.
I just a year or two.
I think it's even easier, like they did. If you have to streamline it because everybody, if you're considering 2-3 years, it will be better for you to maybe pick streamline it and get it stacked because the year that Van der Sar was good, definitely he wasn't good all through his career. Like you mentioned about Cech going to Arsenal. If you put that into consideration too, someone else might bring him down on the list.
Yeah.
So if Joe Hart if Joe Hart was able to do 2 more seasons, because I immediately I wanted to dismiss him. I just remembered that there was one season that Joe Hart was unbeatable.
Yeah, you couldn't touch him.
No, he was unbeatable.
You couldn't touch him.
Those times, all the bad goals were scored against him.
Untouchable. Yeah, but if you then, as we're going to wrap up this conversation quickly, if you then, extrapolate to Europe, right?
Before you extrapolate to Europe, 1 second. Just to again, reinforce the Petr Cech conversation. I think that Petr Cech possibly has the GOAT save in the Premier League as well. Okay, that game wasn't a Premier League game. That and the Caro header.
Yeah. Well, it was Premier League now.
No, it was cup.
It was a cup.
I think
final.
I don't know it.
It was a cup final.
I think it will come. I think the hair will be there. One of those teams against Arsenal. Sanchez. I think the hair will.
Which one?
That's the one you
That
used.
I think I can say which one was. He made 18 saves in the game.
Yeah, that big fool.
Yeah.
He don't go like this. They don't play.
He go pull the leg, bro.
Apparently I hear that David Hare used to play what do you call it? There's a name for it where they play with the 5-a-side, where they play the goalkeepers.
The smaller ball.
Yeah, play with the leg. And that's where I think it's futsal. I think that's where he got his ability to use his legs a lot more. Anyway, Europe. If you take it to Europe, you think about Manuel Neuer, dominating Champions League games and things like that. Problem is they didn't win many Champions Leagues in that period. Right. But we all knew Manuel Neuer was unplayable. I think that between the let's start with 05, right? Dudek was not a outstanding. It was a guy who came in as it was Casillas. Casillas was the GOAT at the time, right?
Casillas,
so 06, I think it was still Casillas. But when you go into United won the Champions League.
08.
08, right?
Yeah.
Van der Sar was
was
probably the best goalkeeper in Europe at the time. If you go for United went 2 back-to-back Champions League finals, I don't know that there was a better goalkeeper than Van der Sar in that period of time, right? If you then, in fact, United went to Champions League finals, right, back-to-back, right? Then you were in 2 semifinals as well. So in that period, I'm not sure that I remember a goalkeeper that was as dominant as Van der Sar. If you don't fast forward from that period,
Buffon
but Buffon was
already old, all those periods. We didn't really watch Buffon. That's why I always tell people.
That's true.
We didn't really watch Buffon.
Buffon had a very long career.
Yeah, now Buffon was already like 30-something when we began. Yes, now.
All those way, but Buffon was an incredible goalkeeper as well.
Yeah. Buffon was incredible.
I think
so. Is Buffon in Schmeichel's? Is Buffon more Schmeichel time?
I think possibly.
Yeah.
Because Buffon had his Parma time where he was really before he even came to the bigger Italian side. So you know, I
think Buffon is one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah,
but I think he gets into the competition a lot, right? Because of the longevity.
Right.
I'm not saying I think he made great saves as well. Right?
I know. I
think he made great saves as well, right? But I think that when you play across generations, right, and the personality of him, and again, it coincided with the great Italian World Cup as well, because you have to put that as well, right? The 06 World Cup where he won the World Cup. It almost felt like that was like a crowning moment for Gigi Buffon, right? So effectively, you're right in saying that Gigi Buffon's might be more early in his career where he was like, this is one of the best things we've seen since then.
Yeah.
But I think that as time went on, we now started seeing a lot more classic goalkeepers. Your Van der Sars, your Petr Cechs performing.
Classier than Buffon.
Not classier, just as talented.
I struggle to call any one of them better than Buffon as per shot stopping. They might be better, but I just struggle to say they are better than them. Buffon was.
Are they on the same level?
I think they, because even the World Cup he won, that World Cup he won, I always remember that Zidane header, man. I mean, maybe it wasn't a very difficult save to make, but it was a World Cup final, and I think that was a goal. I don't know if you can remember the Zidane header. Anyone can?
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know, so Buffon was a beast too. I struggle to pull even Cech, and I've been of the opinion for a very long time that you can use any other thing to drop Cech out of the list. If it's just shot stopping, I don't put anybody above him. I've been of that opinion for a very long time. But I struggle to put him above Buffon as part. He's better than Buffon. Just say it. Possibly at the same level.
For what I said,
I don't put Casillas above.
I don't put Casillas. No, I thought you said Buffon.
The reason
shot stopping. I think Casillas is up there with anybody.
The reason I rate Casillas a lot. He is. The reason I rate Casillas a lot was that he wasn't as tall as any of them. Casillas wasn't as tall as all of them.
Casillas was like
and still
6'3" or thereabout.
And I'll tell you one experience I had. I had. Casillas was the first goalkeeper that I watched save a penalty when you know when goalkeepers save penalties, mostly the penalties were the ones on the ground, on the floor. He was the first goalkeeper I saw that saved the penalty that was like in the air. Like this guy played penalty for mid up like this. He was the first person I saw save that kind of penalty.
Always now ground.
Everybody goes to the ground.
You know stupid if you dive up.
Exactly. Everybody goes to the ground. They poop off for middle. They poop off. Casillas save. I'm like, Casillas had his own time. So, and it wasn't just 1 year, 2 year, whatever.
No.
Until Mourinho came and said, Casillas was the guy. And I think for a guy that's not very tall, it was exceptional.
I think Valdez had his own year too.
I think Valdez had a good time. But for me, I think that
there is no keeper that saves 1v1. Go and ask anybody.
Without
better
respect,
than Valdez. Without anybody.
Without the respect,
I think Valdez had a lot of good classical games. That's what I'll say.
Valdez was not better than Cech with 1v1.
No chance in the world.
You understand? I'm sorry. This is my own experience. I might be wrong.
He's even better than David.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But it's my experience. I thought Valdez was a horrible goalkeeper.
No, I don't think Valdez is a terrible goalkeeper.
I'll tell you something.
You know why?
He did well at Man U.
You know why?
I'll tell you something.
Okay.
Make I finish my experience now. Don't be your own. Maybe horrible is taking it too far. I don't think these goalkeepers that I've mentioned, as shot stoppers, I don't think Valdez is at their level.
No.
At all.
No, it's not that level.
That team he played in, I mean, they dominated a lot. I think he was very good with the ball. Not very good, Seth, because he used to have brain farts too with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
But at least at that time, he could do it better than a lot of the goalkeepers that were available.
He was the best at it.
You understand? But in terms of we're mentioning Casillas, we're mentioning Cech, we're mentioning Buffon, we're mentioning there's a name that came to mind. In fact, the guy that won the Champions League with Mourinho at Inter Milan for a bit, Julio Cesar had a season where nobody in Europe was better than him.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't think Valdez is on the level of these guys as a shot stopper.
I think one of the things that we can all agree here is that even without explicitly saying it, all the names we have mentioned, right? If you put a five filter, if five criteria, like five criteria, and you want to filter through shot stopping, command of area, what else do you
presence,
reflex. Reflexes. I think even without saying it, distribution is. I think
so. That's the thing.
So even without saying it, Buffon has it. Presence, shot stopping, one-on-ones, right? Command of area has it. Van der Sar has the same thing as well.
All.
Casillas has the same thing as well, right? Cech has the same thing as well, right? David De Gea has the same thing as well, right?
Yeah, Alisson
does, right? Neuer.
No, Neuer is good.
Neuer is literally like there. You get, because what Neuer has now done is now added something extra to his game.
Knows how to do better.
That nobody knows how to do better than him.
So you be why I mentioned Victor Valdez, and I always say that one of the greatest, I would say it was very unlucky to play in that era. A lot of people don't realize that most times a Barcelona goalkeeper rarely faces any shots. Really, you really don't have activity. At some point, you even look lost on the field because you are 100% dominating. No, you're 100%, even against Chelsea.
They play.
Even against Chelsea, you're 100% dominating. You have the ball all the time. You guys don't realize that when a keeper is, like, as a Barca keeper, you're always relaxed. You are not on your toes. Because in the end, you don't even face anything.
One on the play 10 11 now.
So but it's a problem. See, if the game play for a team like Barca, you will have almost the same problem. Because in the end, you guys don't realize that a keeper also must be very active on the field.
I don't agree. I think that's a very safe. That's a very safe. That's a very safe defense for Valdez.
Yeah.
I remember, that's the thing now. I remember when you played Chelsea at some point, you had all the possession. Chelsea had more more attempts on goal, more chances, more shots and more shots on target.
Yeah.
Even though you had all the possession.
Yeah.
So you having all the possession doesn't. In fact, the 2000 and the Ovrebel game, the Ovrebel referee game.
Yeah.
The stinker.
Yeah. You had all the possession. Chelsea had all the chances to score.
Yeah.
Like attempts. So it's not just about the fact that because you used to dominate possession. You used to dominate possession, maybe then limits the number of shots the guy faced.
Well, I hear what Enrique is saying, but ultimately I think I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough.
Enough.
If you watch a goalkeeper, you will know that
you still have to make it stop when you have to make it stop.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how we goalkeepers. I think we can leave that to the viewers, people who watch, to saying who do you think is the GOAT of the goalkeepers? I think it'll be unfair to put Buffon there, with the Manuel Neuers and the David De Gea's, but yeah. Anyway, we'll leave that to you to do that. I wanted to also touch base on reassessing. Obviously we're all Premier League fans, especially except IBK, but I'm sure you will bring a player in as well. Who's the best player in the Premier League at the moment?
Like I said 2 weeks ago, Bruno Fernandes. Full stop. No, like there's no how you want to turn it.
Because at the start of season, right? I saw Ini, saying, there's a conversation about having Declan Rice as Ballon d'Or. As Ballon d'Or. And when you say a player is going to gun for Ballon d'Or, you're presupposing that he's the best in that league, right? I don't know that many arguments have died, a natural death, or that many quick. It's just
the argument did not rise.
He just found his level,
It didn't rise.
So in the year Cole Palmer was, scoring ridiculous amount of goals, you get.
People were saying Ballon d'Or, were saying stadium.
You just know that he's the best player in the Premier League at the moment, And I think I said it. I said that's for me. That's the best player in the league.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that season. Yeah. And that was his first season in Premier League.
Yeah. First full season. Yeah,
first season. He entered into the list of most goal contribution in a season. I think in the Europe Top 5 League, he's on number 6 or number 7. Yeah. Ever. Or maybe it's just Premier League. Ever. So that's to tell you how good a season he had in terms of creating chances and scoring goals. But still, we're like, that doesn't mean that because the Ballon d'Or is you're the best in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, you are the best in Europe. How did Declan Rice get into, he should be winning Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it didn't even make sense to entertain the conversation, right? And at the end of the day, I always look at football fans sometimes when you make arguments like, Declan Rice is the best player in the league or he should be Ballon d'Or. Like, is this same generation of football lovers that created the argument for attack is what really makes the game. Attack is what really makes the game watchable, enjoyable. That's why you pay the money to go to the stadium.
Nothing could be
exactly
false.
Exactly. It's the same generation of football fans that made that argument.
Yeah.
So why do you then want to take away the guy that has the best statistics, the best performance in terms of creating goals and in terms of scoring goals?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
I saw a stats where, of course, Who Scored does the rating for players. Squawker does the ratings and stuff like that. If you're just going by just pure hard stats, there's no player has a higher rating than Bruno. Average, in the season. And I'm just looking at the entire season and thinking, you go across the teams. Haaland was in the first 10 games of the season, Haaland was easily the player. You couldn't touch him. That's the best player in the league, right? And that's not my favorite position because of goal scoring. But the point I even make is that this is probably Bruno's lowest scoring season so far, right? But I don't know that when you watch him play, right? Like we said with goalkeepers, there are games where you watch Bruno and you know that today you can't touch him. I don't know if you've seen an interview from Tyler Adams. No. Tyler Adams is a player for Fulham, right?
Yeah.
Attacking, but can also play. Can also play. Did an interview and he said Bruno is the one player who, when you're playing with him and you have a tactic and you're like, oh, this is where Bruno should be. He undoes your game plan.
Your plan.
That kind of thing, because a moment
that's
of
talent.
That's it. He's on next level to
yeah.
And I'm not even talking about goals, because people talk about Bruno and goals, because the first season, like Cole Palmer, his first season goals were ridiculous. But when you watch him play, and it was like when you watch Kevin De Bruyne play sometimes, those 2 years or 3 years he had, where you're watching the best player in the league.
Like they were.
You just see like that's the best player in the league. I don't know that there's a player better than him. Or maybe you watch N'Golo Kante in those midfield performances in Champions League. Just like there's no better player on the pitch than this guy, and he's not a goal scorer. You just know that he's the best player on the pitch.
I said it a few months ago.
Or with the Vitinha game.
Yeah. The Champions League final.
You just know that this is the best player I'm watching on the
How many years ago that time I was like, on a team, who runs, when you watch a football team, I can't remember what the conversation was. Like, who runs a football team? Who's the best team? Who's the best player on that team? And I was like, you find out that the best player on that team, who runs that team, is the team that the players are most comfortable giving the ball to, even when things get hard. So you will find, like, when Man City used to do all those things, every time they get the ball, they are looking for Kevin De Bruyne. It's the same thing. Like, United would be crazy to the way Bruno is playing now. Once you are watching the game, whatever is happening in the game, you just know that there's somebody on that field that seems to know something that everybody doesn't know.
Yes. Very dependable. Sorry to cut you, Enrique. Very dependable. I feel like this season he's carrying Manchester United basically.
This season he's always done that.
Like. Yeah, he has, but just because considering where we're coming from, I think this is a very important season for us. So I am very fixed on this season because it will make a lot of difference depending on how we finish and how he plays. How Bruno plays is incredible. I'm more comfortable as a Manchester United fan watching Bruno play, and I know that something is going to happen. Yeah. I think my least favorite performance for him would definitely be our last game, the one we played against Everton. Yes, I wasn't impressed.
You know the funny thing about that game? The Šeško goal obviously is the highlight of the game, right? Where Šeško, turns on the afterburners, right? But in the frame, when Šeško scores the goal and he runs away, you know who arrives next? It's Bruno.
Yeah.
You're right. And this is a guy who doesn't have speed, right? But he's the one that arrives next. So
that's behind.
Yeah, if there was a rebound, right? He was going to be the guy, right?
That's why they always say he only knows how to score. You don't know what it takes to be there.
You know what it takes to arrive in that place.
Why I will not mention Bruno is because it's just like what Rafa was saying.
Yeah, mention who's the better player.
Someone that already see that this guy is on top already. I think Ryan Cherki has been the best player in the Premier League this season.
You didn't play?
I know they play.
So IBK, what are we? Do you think that what do you think we are doing here?
What's the yardstick?
Wait, I mean,
Who doesn't play?
He doesn't even start. How many games does he start?
Yeah.
You are Czechy.
IBK, what do you think we are doing here?
When I know they watch Man City game.
Oh, now only you they watch him now.
We are Czechy.
Right, checking
Go and
how
sleep.
many games in this
Go and
start.
check his start. Bring out his start. Are you whining me?
Please bring it out. Oh. Wale, please bring it out.
Bring out his start. Are you whining me?
You see, you can't
Ryan
even...
Czechy.
IBK.
The best player in
Czechy.
Premier League now is Ryan Czechy.
How?
Ask
Why?
anybody.
How? Why? Oh yeah, why?
His attacking returns is mad.
Oh yeah, give
bro.
us the returns. Now.
Assists, goals. He's been very, very instrumental
Is he
for
top
Man
of the,
City
is he
this
top
season.
of the list in the Premier League?
Is Bruno top of the list
Yes,
in Premier
he is.
League?
Yes. Chances
For
creation,
which?
number one. Assist, number one.
Thank you. In Europe is number one.
So this Czechy argument, I need to know, like,
What
Oh yeah, now Wale, bring out this.
I was even going to say, gentlemen, right? What I was even going to say is this, right? When you make the considerations for players, I know I'm on record on the podcast saying that I think that Ekitike, was the best signing of the season so far when we did the checks. I think that's another player who, if but not for the instability around Liverpool's front line and constantly they're trying to shoehorn Isak into the team, I think that was maybe the next best player when he was playing.
the next best player in the league?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Is that like him?
For me, I think Soboslai.
Best player in the league?
Zoboslai.
For what? Is it a free kick? Is it a free
in your team.
That's why I'm asking in the league
in
or
your
in
own
Liverpool's
team.
team.
No,
your
in
own
Liverpool, I think Ekitike is the best player.
In your
This
own
season
team.
in
I
Liverpool's
don't
team
know.
is Szoboszlai.
I don't look.
You know why?
Why people say Szoboszlai?
But I wish
Szoboszlai
we
has
could
scored.
take out-
Szoboszlai has scored four
not the
free
goals,
kicks.
it's
Is it
Not
free
the goals,
kicks?
it's
I'm telling you,
importance. It's importance of the player.
Szoboszlai
Yeah.
this season is their most important player.
yeah.
we have watched Ekitike in 6 months, right? 6 months, right?
Yes. He has
And
done well.
and we're saying that is Torres or Suarez-esque.
Steady on.
You- No.
Steady on.
No.
For your host, please.
No, I'm serious.
Hey, you don't go take this advice while they give it up. Steady on.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Right. In fact,
Oh, somebody.
I'll leave it. But what I say from Ekitike, right? I think that he has a potential, right, to
Exactly.
be as good as Torres. Potential to be as good as Luis Suarez as well.
Ha! You be relaxed.
No,
oh.
Why Wale dey race?
Potential.
Wale, what's happening?
Wale's hand.
Wale, what's happening?
Read the stats.
Has started 12 games.
What are you saying now?
I leave the sets. No.
Come over here.
Can we?
But Ryan Czechy where they watch.
He said, I check you.
Where
He play football. He play for one
You know say.
Carry mode for
At time we go talk say football no be start. Now make you watch am.
To even put
Football
Are you
Ekitike.
saying when it takes
Yeah,
time?
Do you understand?
Yes.
Ekitike
Football women
even
are the
deserves this thing
Yes.
that Czechy.
I think it's completely fair to take out goals from the conversation.
No, it's not. Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
so if you put Ekitike above him, I would say yes.
Yes,
But-
in fact, Czechy didn't start well.
Yes,
So
of course.
if you're saying the best player
No,
in
he
the
was
league
injured,
now,
he was
we're not
injured.
just talking about Bruno too had a period this season where he was injured. We're not just talking about a block of 3 months or a
we
block
say
of 2 months.
One day injury like you don't come
That
back.
one
Which
concern
injured?
you. He was injured.
Which
too.
injured? Always
He was
available.
injured too.
Always.
So
He had a period this season.
why and people might wonder why this conversation coming up. I think they've played at least almost 3/4 of the season isn't played, right? And I find that at the end of the seasons, right, knockouts, trophies, and things have a way of conflicting people's opinion of what we saw over a longer period of time.
course.
You understand, right? It's like last year when we watched the Yamal year. You knew you were watching one of the best players in the world. You just knew that this kid is on a this level this year.
Happened.
He's not on that level this year.
He's not.
And
Right.
it's because of
Nowhere
his
near.
height. He has grown taller, so we're trying to manage it.
Right.
The height is a factor.
Right. So I think we need to
Yeah,
ask something,
it's
right?
because of his
One of
height.
my favorite shows, right, is the Joe and Jada show, right? And they have two.
I'm telling you, we need to.
They have two towels, right?
Yeah.
Yellow and red, right? I think we have to add it to the show.
Yeah,
Once
we
it's
do.
on this, we have to
We do.
it.
Because you are capped like twice in quick succession.
You understand? And I think that
Yamal's height is the reason.
we'll add a jeopardy to our show.
Yamal's
maybe we should
height. I read about
explain
the
the height
science,
thing.
behind
So the
it.
growth, so the growth sprouts.
Yeah, you know when you are taller as a winger, you won't be as fast as you should, and also your center of gravity becomes a disadvantage at that point. So I think that's also what Yamal is trying to, he has to figure out how to, which sweetie. But I don't be sweetie now in height.
No, I hear what you're saying. Just from a scientific point of view. I'm a man of science.
He will walk around it.
It's a valid argument. However, it's not something that should have. What you're explaining is.
Why would you make an argument for Ronaldo?
Do you understand? Exactly.
You never hear somebody say, we're talking about the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And we begin to talk about, say, grow taller.
Guess what? Back in the day, some of us actually made the argument. This guy is taller. When you tackle him, he's going to fall quicker than when you tackle. They say we're talking nonsense.
Is it for Ronaldo?
Yes. But like Ronaldo have shown, like people who have exceptional talents have shown, what you are saying is valid. You have grown taller, center of gravity has gone higher. So now you don't have that balance, this thing that you used to have. That's fine. But that is not the reason why your season will go from the type of season you had last season to what you're having now. Is this a plummet? You can have a.
But the boy is 18 years old. More than those.
Last season when he was
I say this boy is 18 years old.
You not agree.
You not agree.
You don't see him now. The boy more than take it easy.
Right.
Wow.
So if speaking about it, right? So almost the quarter of the season played, right? And also, to be fair, when we make arguments about, we say, this season in Premier League is probably an underwhelming season in terms of challenges and things like that, and real stardust quality. There are not many players that are, if you compare it to the yesteryears, right? At the time in the league, you had Kevin De Bruyne doing his thing, Bruno was doing his thing, Kante was doing his thing. Who else?
Yeah, even Callum Wilson.
You had Haaland was doing stuff.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane was there, so you had you could look around and say, players day, right?
Men mount,
as they say. This season is an exception. You don't have that many. I mean, you have Igor Tudor doing his thing, and you don't want to. But to be fair, they're not quite on the same level.
Igor Tudor has to do it again for me to believe is that
exactly right. You have Manchester was playing a great first 10 games, then tanked off. Tottenham don't have a star player who's playing well. Arsenal,
they don't. Moving on.
Saka has scored what? 5 goals in 3 years.
But if we can add goalkeeper, maybe Raya has had great.
They don't score Raya plenty goals now. You know, so you shoot at Raya.
If you shoot,
once you don't shoot long range like this,
one shot.
If you like this, is Arsenal concede that they define 15 goals. Since that 15 goal enter like this.
Right, you know what they follow me. You know what they follow me here. When Arsenal concede, I don't know if it's the same for every other club, but I don't know, maybe it's because there was that narrative of, they are very good defensively. But now when they concede, it's almost like, what they follow me, that the way all the players, they always act like they don't know, like, what's happened? What's
Confusion.
What's happen?
How did it
go?
If you like that video where they send me, some women, they play football. So they won't get shoot shots. So the keeper will be woman. The ball enter Apollo. She can't complain. She don't complain with defender. The man has
the body increase. Shoot ball. Something wrong with you.
The ball enter Apollo. They complain with defender.
Something wrong with you. I saw a video. Right. Shout out to Kainebi. Right.
Oh, bro.
Tunnel TV. You want to post 40 videos I've seen in my life. It's not like this. You wear change. He said, I've never seen a team win league of corners. He said, your stats are dull. You are dull. Your set pitch goal is dull. Say, how can I say?
Oh, God.
Honestly, I've not seen any more funny video like that. Shout out to Kanibi, by the way. Right. He's friends with FX and they work together. Anyway, so there's that in that. But speaking about the best player in the world at the moment, I don't know that you can run it from Kylian Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe, there's Harry Kane.
Harry Kane has to be there.
For me, Harry Kane
is possibly the one now.
So
if he wins the Ballon d'Or,
the tag is
no, of course no. If Harry, again, the Ballon d'Or is always
they win the Champions League.
So again, this is the World Cup year as well, right? But again, I want to make these conversations, and we try to do it before those things become a factor of consideration, right?
Well, it has to. It has to, because no matter how well you play, if you don't win a trophy, to what end?
No, but not everybody's going to go to World Cup. For example, Haaland is not going to. Imagine
Haaland is going to the World Cup.
No, Haaland is going to go to the World Cup this year.
But
right?
like,
he plays for Norway.
That's why it was well celebrated. Like, oh yeah, they have qualified.
He plays for Norway.
You don't expect them to go and win it.
No.
Right. So let's say there's no way Haaland, for example, Isak's last year. If the World Cup was last year, Isak was one of the best players in the Premier League last year.
Yeah.
Best striker.
The best striker in the Premier League. If not, that kind of thing.
Okay, there's Haaland, sure.
Right. There was Haaland as well that was doing crazy numbers as well. But if that was a World Cup year, we're not going to suddenly throw away that. That was an incredible season.
Sweden are not going
because
to
Sweden are not going to
World
Cup
to the semi-final, or they are not going at all.
So for me, I do think that right now, if you want to give Ballon d'Or, I say Harry Kane is the best player in the world. The things I see Harry Kane do now.
No. Harry Kane.
I used to watch.
Kylian is doing amazing numbers too. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Mbappe, but I think he's had it mad.
The stats padding that Kylian Mbappe is doing at Real Madrid. I'm not Ronaldo used to start
probably with penalties, anyways. He's had a lot of penalties this season.
But the stat padding that I've seen Kylian Mbappe do at Real Madrid, I've not seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah, but same can be said for Kane.
Because this kind of Benfica game now, I feel
that Bundesliga, it isn't a defender they do for that place.
So you know the difference, eh? Like, that's why I love Ronaldo and Messi, bro. Games like the Benfica game are games that I feel that Mbappe should have.
He didn't play now.
Yeah.
He didn't play the first leg. He didn't play the first. No, he played the first leg now.
He
played the first leg. That's what I'm saying. The first leg was from proper individual brilliance from Vinicius. And I feel, and that's why you be saying that in the end, these games are games that this is why we want to see why you scored 40 goals this season. Like against Benfica, the game you actually need. Don't forget the last game of the season in the Champions League, the group stage, when he played Benfica as well. He was still saying this Mbappe struggling against...
but he scored how many goals in that game? The game ended, what? 4-3? 4-3. Mbappe scored 2 or 3 of those goals.
You are not getting my point, Rufai. If you're having a great season, it should impact the progress of the team.
And that's why they are where they are now. That's why they are still top of the league. If Mbappe was not doing well, you don't know that they will be sixth.
We are top of the league.
That's fine. It's not a problem. That's why.
We are top of the league.
Wait, concern you. Back on top again.
Back on top again because Real Madrid lost to Osasuna or something. But somebody goes in between Unatu. Nah, Sangide and Sangibe, Unatu no good.
That's why you're useless.
They are just swapping places.
I didn't know as Madrid. Now Mbappe FC with that team.
You get 12 are no good. So if you know Mbappe, Madrid would have been like 6th on the table.
Right.
You just even said it. Mbappe FC, basically.
Exactly.
But he has to win something for Madrid.
Yeah. Anyway, so there is that, right? Let's move on to I think a last bit of conversation today, and it's pretty much around if this could be the most unique season in a long time. And just the same way we talk about players, there's no you can't point to 10 players in the Premier League and say these players are all, you can't separate them like that.
World class.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the teams. When you get to the quarter of the season naturally, in every year for the last 10, 15 years, there's a team that is almost dominant team.
Pulling out of
pulling away from the others.
Yeah.
That team is the best team in Europe. In the Premier League, obviously, Arsenal had a great start. So that's giving them the cushion they are. But at the moment, if you look at the table, for example, from 2026, United are here, Chelsea are number 2.
Yeah, the last 10 games, I think Arsenal have not been there yet.
That in fact, matter of fact, if you started the league table in 2026, Arsenal will probably be 4th or thereabout, something like that. Yeah. Right?
If this was, sorry to
go for it.
If the current form of Arsenal was how they started the league, do you think that...
They're not better form.
Yeah, do you think that Pep would have made that statement calling them the best team in the world?
No chance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly, they are.
At that time, I think that
at that time, they were the best team in the world, arguably, right? And I even though I made the point, I said PSG, are still the best team in the world because they hold, they won the Champions League. Yeah. But even to go back to that conversation, there is no team at the moment. Real Madrid are not a team.
At the moment,
and I say that literally, they're not a team. They don't play like a team. They act as individual, kind of thing. Barcelona, we were all mentioned, Lamine Yamal.
They are very bad. Barcelona are very bad.
They're quite bad, right? Rafinha,
small for me for like this.
They rejoice.
You are never going to rise.
I saw the PSG Monaco game. It was a slugfest.
But PSG, the way they spoil it again this season, bro, they are on and off too much.
The keeper he brought to replace Donnarumma has been dropped.
We said they will not say
injured though. I thought it was injured.
Injured, go.
They dropped for this funny guy.
Yes.
This one we say they don't kick this their new keeper wicked.
What was
You see shots they come.
Yeah.
Now after you don't kick the shots, they die fast.
Oh no.
What was Enrique's? What was running
that's
through
what
his
I
mind?
don't see.
Enrique
Like when you achieve, when you get to the pinnacle, you begin to.
He's not a good manager.
Bro,
He's a good coach.
when Enrique was at Barca, I've always said that Enrique is someone that he just like one button, like they always say.
IBK, the
one
reason
button.
I would never agree, every time you want to talk about a coach and you say he overthinks, the reason I would never agree with you is because you only use it for two people. You use it for two people or two clients.
But I never talk saying overthink.
He talk him now. You use it for Pep and anybody that's ever been at Barcelona.
Why I'm saying Enrique's zone is okay. Let me give an example. When Enrique was at Barca, everything was going well. I feel that Enrique just at some point he thinks this system is too smooth. Let me spoil something, bro. From nowhere, he started having issues with Jordi Alba. The issue was so bad that when he left Barca and started coaching Spain, he did not want to invite Jordi Alba. You can read up the story.
So instead of what's overthinking there?
That's what I'm saying. That
exactly. That's why I say he's a good coach, but I don't think he's a good manager.
No, he is a good manager. That's why I'm saying that if he was not a good manager, bro, he would not win treble in.
Now Messi
in both clubs. Yeah. No, he won at Barca.
He won treble last year, right?
Yes,
he won at PSG.
So here's the thing.
That French league, no, down.
So here's the thing, IBK.
That treble not strong like normal treble.
You give it to him.
PSG don't win treble for their career.
But you give it to him. See, bro. Like I said, you know me, I don't like Enrique. I'm not a big fan.
Last season,
however, because you have gone and done something at PSG where they were going in this direction, and I said this direction I'm going to take you guys, and you did it, and you won what they were ultimately looking for. I give it to you. But you can see that winning those things he won last season was out of the job you expect a coach to do. This is how we're going to play. This is how you're going to structure of the team, press play out, all of that. But in terms of managing a club side, managing the players, managing egos, managing the dressing room, managing the owners, I don't think Enrique is good at that. They've won the treble now. All of a sudden he's having issues with Dembele that was most instrumental for winning the treble.
To be fair, not many managers can manage those many interfaces.
That's true too. But it still doesn't, negate the fact that you might not be a good manager.
Yeah, it's quite true. I don't think, for example, he's on the level of your Pep, your Jose's, your Ancelotti's. Yeah. I don't think he's on that level, right? And even though he has won 2 trebles, right, in his career, I don't think he's quite on that level. Because again, I have always said, and you guys can kill me for whatever, like any manager that managed Ronaldo and Messi, right? If you have not won the Champions
League, do it
again. go somewhere else and do it again.
Please, thank you very much.
That's how I can know that you are not a thief, right? So there's that.
He has done it again.
I mean, fair to him. Fair to him, right?
Before you gave it to him, now war.
Fair.
I've given it. I'm taking it back.
Fair play to him, right? I take it back. What's the problem there? But to go back to the conversation, it's about the teams. I don't know that I can watch. Well, at this moment, Real Madrid are not good. Barcelona are not good, right?
Everybody no good.
Chelsea no good.
Even Bayern
said if you play them better game, So for me, it's like I'm watching season. It might be like a very unique season where, Bodo Glimt if you go win Champions League,
My brother, Sweden or Bodo Glimt?
Bro,
When I watched that game,
I didn't see the game.
You didn't watch that game.
I enjoyed the game like
you watch out,
bro.
My brother, that's why they say teams no good. Inter, your pack. See, they should just all those players
it's
just
over for
arrest.
When you still play DiMarco. After that last year.
But you see, this you be funny. The fact that guy, you be love DiMarco.
I don't love DiMarco. Naimi.
At some point.
Naimi, they try to sell him to me. It sold me a dream. Right? Sold me a dream.
Lamine Yamal, I ain't finished DiMarco.
DiMarco, I say, after that Champions League final, right?
No,
Just call and say, come. There's a deal on the table with Saudi. There's a deal on Saudi. You guys come and go there. Bro, if you're using the mark of your team, you're using Çalhanoğlu in your team. Mkhitaryan in your team.
You see, Çalhanoğlu
in 2026.
Çalhanoğlu didn't play. You don't understand what it was like. You know, after they played the first leg and Bodo Glimt won 3-1.
Yeah.
Christian Kim will go talk, say, the artificial turf. The Bodo Glimt coach, he be like, say that one just a wait. Say, hey, the artificial turf, baby. No wahala. We go call your house. Bro, if you see football where they play Inter, my goodness.
I saw an article.
You know
football is great.
You know their off season.
You said?
I saw the article on Athletic. Say that football,
bro, when the game starts, Inter, they run helter skelter, say, we want overturn.
They manage the game.
Then just they manage, when they come start, they play. But if you see the way they for Inter house, if you know they share the ball, I say, God, Inter Milan.
You know their season is not on currently.
No, they play Inter Milan football. As I did like this.
Their season is off because of their weather.
As I did like this.
They've not played their league this year also.
Bro, as I did like this, as Chelsea fan, I don't want to play Bodo Glimt.
Don't tell MPFL team that one, no.
I don't want to play Bodo Glimt like this. The team where I see where they play Inter.
Honestly, any team, I don't think any team in Europe right now wants to play Bodo Glimt. And that's why I say
away game.
That's because that away game, you won't be able to play.
Suffocate
you. Fight for a draw.
You understand?
That's all you just do.
So I'm thinking like this year might be unique more than most.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have a.
It is.
No standout team, basically.
Yeah, none.
Yeah, no standout team. Yeah.
None. When you look at, I mean, none. Bayern are doing what they're doing.
What's FC?
Maybe Arsenal.
Everybody has calmed down now.
Everybody
might not touch ground.
Arsenal are not. I'm sorry. I was the one before the ball was kicked this season. I said they're the best team in the league.
I think they're still the best.
They are topping the Champions League.
They're topping the table.
Yeah. Oh, money way.
Okay. They're still the best team in the league.
But I think they could win the Champions League actually.
The Champions League?
Yeah.
I said it that time. I think it's easier for them to win the Champions League.
I think they could win the Champions League because when there is no team in Champions League, I don't know that they will be. I think everybody will be running away from playing Arsenal. You understand?
Because the way they play fits. Yes, that's a valid argument, but and they don't have an X factor player at least up until
you think
now.
they don't beat Real Madrid?
Bro, they got to the semi-final last
The way
season.
they play is perfect for the Champions League.
Yeah, very
Cup
perfect.
games.
They beat Barcelona easily.
Yeah,
right?
Very perfect. They will beat Madrid again if they meet Madrid.
Barcelona too.
Yeah, they will beat Barcelona. Yeah.
Right.
You know, like
Bayern. I think Bayern might cost them.
No,
Bayern might throw.
I think Bayern will beat them.
They will beat Bayern, Baba.
No.
They beat Bayern already now. Let me say they don't play already now.
They beat Bayern. I think Bayern will beat them.
Like if
They
they
won't
face
beat
them
Bayern.
in knockout phase.
With how they are now. With how they are now. If they now, I think Bayern will
For a
beat them.
Premier League different from Champions League.
I know. The thing is that
Very different.
the thing is that it is different, but I think that there's something mental in the team now that might shift maybe if they do something exceptional. Maybe if they win the League Cup. Maybe it does so. But the way Arsenal play now, today, like I said, the players, they fear.
Yeah, pressure on.
And then you add that to the fact that the guy that's supposed to be their X Factor player, Saka, is not really there. You know, if Bayern hold them now, we will listen with that. You see football where Harry Kane play now.
I was jokingly
Let it
telling,
walk out.
I was jokingly telling.
It won't be a walk in the park with Bayern.
I was jokingly telling in your bunk that time that it will get to a point that Arteta needs to actually prioritize one of the titles.
He would.
And I think it has gotten to that point because are you going all out for the Champions League? Or you still want to maintain this Premier League?
So which one do you think he should prioritize?
A lot of Arsenal fans are still saying they want the Premier League. If he wins the Champions League, they won't feel better.
Arsenal fans, right?
You know,
right now,
they are still. But if I were to be Arteta,
yeah,
I think I'll prioritize the Champions League.
Because it's easier to win.
Yeah.
And because they've never won.
It's easier to win.
It is easier, and because they've never
Arsenal
won.
is easier to win.
No, I don't agree. Because it's not like it is certain that they are going to win the Champions League. We're talking about them meeting Bayern, and it is not even a certainty that Arsenal can beat Bayern. So how sure are you that they are going to win the Champions League this season?
You think if they tell Arteta to face Bayern or face Everton, which one is he going to pick?
Don't be lying. Don't be lying.
I think I'll pick Bayern.
This is what don't like play. No be lie.
Everton is such a god.
Get one guy with the Bayern. What's my name? What's my name? Get one striker with the get.
Well, I get your point.
One guy, one dark, one black boy with the Bayern. Everton right now. What's my guy name?
Beto.
Barry.
Barry.
Oh,
That tall guy now.
Barry.
My
That striker.
goodness. Tino Barry.
Ben Beto now.
I be Nottingham Forest under Nunes with those to that time.
Bro.
I thought I go pick Bayern.
Yes, now.
I've seen Arsenal's last 10 games or this is last 11 games, right?
Difficult.
All day. If you line up Bayern, line up Real Madrid, they would rather play those games.
Yes.
They would rather play those games.
Because if you look, the teams that are left in the Champions League now, who can really stop Arsenal? Like, Arsenal are having a very good day. It feels like they can beat everybody.
Yes.
Bayern are the only team that I feel like.
Day.
Exactly. They don't even need to have a good day.
They just pulled Martinelli, go and run.
As in.
Go and score
That
one.
said, Sha.
But there are Premier League teams there too.
Well, Liverpool,
Well,
Tottenham, Chelsea, Newcastle, Man City. Okay. If Man City have a good day, they can beat Arsenal. I'm talking about Arsenal now, the way they are now, the way they are playing now.
Yeah, it's shaking now.
Yeah, the way they are now.
It's shaking.
It's very shaky.
It's shaking right now, yeah. What do you guys think? When is this Carabao Cup final?
I think it's in a week or two.
Okay.
You guys didn't see the Juventus game yesterday?
Galatasaray.
Juventus guys.
Yeah.
That was something else. I haven't seen, because I don't watch a lot of Serie A. I haven't seen
Okay, cool.
because I don't watch a lot of Serie A. I haven't seen Locatelli in a while.
Yeah, he was something.
Was
Yeah,
something else yesterday.
he was something back in the day. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was something back in the day.
Locatelli.
Right. I want us to end the show today with a bit of a, we're gonna have a guest. I thought it'd be nice to know more about Anita with quick fire questions. So let's go. Anita, you ready? So this is quick fire. You have to answer ASAP. So it's choose one basically, right? Pizza or meat pie?
Meat pie.
Money or fame?
Money.
City life or country life?
City.
Taxiing or texting or calling rather?
Texting.
Texting. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Beach vacation or mountain trip? Hiking.
Beach, please.
Super strength or super speed?
Super strength.
Love or success?
Success.
Rich and unknown or rich or famous and broke?
Rich and unknown.
Party with Drake or studio session with Kendrick Lamar?
Studio section with Kendrick Lamar.
Come on. Love that one.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Summer or winter?
Nigeria or
Rainy season or
dry season.
dry season for you?
Yeah.
Being feared or being respected?
Respect me.
Live forever or die a legend?
Die legend.
Win the lottery or find your soulmate?
Win the lottery.
Travel the world.
You don't like love.
Travel the world or own your dream home? The tough one, eh?
Own my dream
No, I have.
home.
It's
Own my
simple,
dream
but
home.
it's not tough for me.
Own my dream home.
Private jet or private island?
Island. Private island.
Nah. Truth or dare?
Truth.
You don't like maturity.
No, I'm still a child.
How matured, yeah.
Books or podcasts?
Books.
Would you rather be lucky or smart?
Smart.
Live without music or live without memes?
Live without memes.
Okay, great. Abigail, we got one for you as well, right? So that was a good one, actually. I think she picked a lot of
She don't like love at all.
now, boss.
You don't like, you don't like love at all.
Right.
I
They
mean,
gave you
I
two
like it.
opportunities.
Whoever is dating this babe,
Or your
sorry, man.
once
You
you
can
see
get back into
lottery
the
like this, she's gone.
and get back into the field, bro. Get back into the streets, yeah.
Scouting again.
Right. Abigail, let's go. You've got to choose one. You good? You ready?
Yeah.
Abigail, looking really cool in this shade. I like it a lot, right? Speed or accuracy?
Accuracy.
Bill or Beckham?
Bill or
Bill or Beckham?
Come.
Bill.
Night outs or nights in?
Night out always.
Movies or series?
Movies.
Movies or video games?
Video games always.
Late nights or early mornings?
Early mornings. I prefer that.
Pep or Jose?
Pep.
Fergie or Don Carlo?
Don Carlo.
Drake or Kendrick?
Kendrick. Andy.
Ability to teleport or be invisible.
Be invisible.
Change the past or see the future.
Change the past.
Speak every language in the world or speak to animals.
Speak to animals.
Coffee or tea.
Tea.
Beach or pool.
Pool.
Clubs or open air lounges.
Open air lounges.
Aura or energy.
Aura.
Control or chaos.
Chaos.
Planning or impulse.
Impulse.
Win the La Liga or win the Champions League.
I have not won the Champions League since 2015. Win the Champions League.
Win the Champions League. Right. Awesome. Right.
Why do you want to be talking with animals?
I'm surprised. Like, what's the? You know,
I won't need to fumigate anything again.
Make everybody
say, come up for here. Like this fly with the fly, say, come up for here.
See, leave this place, right? Rafa, let's go. Quick one, right? Let's do it. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Money or fame?
Money now.
Pizza or meat pie?
I was about to name a brand. Pizza.
Vodka or whiskey?
None.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Texting or calling?
Calling.
City life or country life?
Country life.
Beach vacation or mountain trip?
Beach.
Spotify or YouTube music?
Of course,
YouTube music.
Right. Netflix or Prime?
Prime.
Love or success?
Yes.
Please, Rufai, all people that Rufai dating, watch.
Rufai actually loves love, to be honest.
Success. If I'm successful, I'll find love.
Super strength or super speed?
Super strength or super speed? Super speed.
Beach vacation or mountain trips?
Yeah, beach.
Asked that already, okay. Love or success, I've asked that already. Rich and unknown or rich or broke? Or famous and broke?
Oh, rich and unknown. Yeah.
Party with Drake or studio session with Kendrick?
Everybody knows I love Kendrick. Party with Drake.
Denzel Washington or Nas?
Haba. Both.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Summer or winter? It's rainy or dry season?
Rainy season.
Being fed or being respected?
Respected.
Live forever or die a legend?
Die a legend.
Win the lottery or find your soulmate?
Find my soulmate.
My boy is back.
Fucking niggas.
Travel the world on your own or own your dream home?
Travel the world, man. Travel the world on my own or
travel the world or own your dream home?
Travel the world.
Private jet or private island?
Private jet.
Books or podcasts?
Books.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Would you rather be lucky or smart?
Oh, that lucky, they attractive.
It's more house party. You know, start with
Just thinking about it, lucky or smart.
Being lucky or being smart? Being lucky.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be lucky as well.
You always be lucky.
I think I'd rather be lucky.
That's the point.
Will you?
That luck feel carry you anywhere.
You
Last one.
always
Live
be
without
lucky.
music or live without memes. I think it's easy.
Yeah, live without memes.
Yeah. And okay, I'm just going to replace this. Emojis or stickers?
Stickers, man. Stickers, man.
Stickers
are
man.
good tech.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite lines in music of all time is, is I work all night to get lucky. And just on that premise alone.
You get so you're not asking me being
That's
smart
a
or being lucky.
Favor of God or being lucky.
Because,
Favor of God. But
you being there's no amount of smartness that guarantees anything you want.
Like
Well,
nothing.
But being lucky, like
just being lucky, man. You know.
okay.
No, let's just say I work all night to get lucky.
Being lucky is being lucky or being blessed.
it's the same now.
It's the same now. Favor over labor.
Favor over labor. It's the same now.
Well, I get your point.
What comes?
But you know, if you are smart and you have something,
Make everybody go find.
every door you open, Well,
But that one I lie.
No.
I lie. Sometimes you kill.
I'd rather be
Not
lucky,
in the
man.
current regime.
Favor over labor,
Not in the
man.
current regime.
let the nepotism favor me.
Right.
Story now.
Yeah.
Did you read that story?
Yeah. It
Did
was,
you guys read that
yeah.
Osimhen's football Players Tribune?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see
It
it.
was really
What
touching.
is story, man?
Right.
And now there's perspective to how
So
he does.
yeah,
the
so
things
he's
he
like
does.
he's telling his story like from his own perspective, not like so somebody wrote it basically,
Yeah.
but they told it like from his own perspective. So like first person's there's a one.
Pronoun.
Yeah, first person's perspective,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to read that. Share that to me. Anita, before we let you go, because you've got to, probably step back into work and stuff like that. I want to ask you, right? What is your favorite song of all time? Tough one, huh?
Yeah, really tough.
Song of all time. That's hard.
Not thought about it though. But in
What
the
kind of music do you
moment,
listen to in the first? Like, what kind of music do you
I
like?
do a lot of gospel.
Right.
Then Afrobeat.
Not Afrobeats.
Beats.
I'm joking.
For the come for you.
Why?
I'm joking.
Okay.
Deck me up.
Deck me up.
So a lot of
That's what happened. The cool for neck. That's the funniest video I've seen this year.
a lot of gospel, Afrobeat. Yeah. But of recent, I've been listening to a lot
What's
of...
your favorite gospel song?
I'll do Goodness of God because of the top of my
that's
head. Yeah, there's the CC Winer's own, and then there's the, I think it's Better Music
Better
that
Music,
did the...
okay,
yeah,
Right, the original thing, yeah.
Off the top
I
of
think
my
CC
head.
owns the song, right?
Yeah. No, she... Cover.
Right.
Are you
right.
sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's a really good gospel song, actually. I think it's one of the best, actually.
Yeah.
But if you're so you don't have a favorite song of all time.
Can't think of anyone now.
Can't think of anyone. Right. So let's keep that. Let's kick the can forward. Okay. Great. I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite movie of all time?
I like Sister Acts.
Sister Act. That's Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sister is
a
what's the word? It's a goat. It's a very amazing movie.
Then second to that will be this Christmas movie.
Home Alone?
Home
Alone?
No, not Home Alone. The one that had the
Baby's Day Out.
not Baby's Day Out. Is it Men's something? I can't remember the name now. The one that had the guy who is a is he a soccer player? This American sports.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The American sports that his wife was dying.
NFL.
It's a Christmas. I can't remember. Yes, NFL.
Can't quite think of
Wait,
it. Yeah.
I'll get his name now.
Can't quite think of it. But yeah. That is. I was going to ask Anita, and I'll probably, figure out what to come up with you guys for next week. But yeah, while you try to find that, Anita, I think it's been a good ride. No, it's been good to have Anita here.
Yep.
Right. I have to apologize for Anita. She was on her phone for a bit. She was trying to sort out, emails
Capitalism.
and all that stuff at work. I like the sunglasses. Looks really nice.
Thanks, my brother. I got it from Temu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give Temu free adverts on my show, please. Let's not. You don't collect money for. No, this one, no, because I see them doing adverts everywhere. You get so, right. But
If you say they don't compare them,
if you say don't give you back,
But it's really nice. Really cool.
you go bring account statement. We gotta audit you.
yeah, pretty dope. Rufai, always a pleasure as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. I think we can make a vote, right? Anita comes back next week, no?
Yeah,
Easily, anytime.
I think it's our call now. If you also hang with the
Yeah.
boys.
You want to come back next week?
Thank you guys
Anita?
for having me.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
so
Have you enjoyed? Look, I want to ask you as well, right? What's it like hanging out with us? Like, pre-show, and show itself. Do you know what? One word for everybody on the set. Describe everybody in one word.
You be cool and calm.
Cool and calm.
Now
At least for
Deck me up.
First impression now.
Tough.
He's just trying to
First impressions,
welcome me here. Cool and calm. Rufai, opinion. Like we went on it before the show, but it was very interesting conversation. Very interesting. IBK just chilled. Like IBK is cruise.
Yeah.
I guess it's always cruising.
Yeah,
always cruising.
In his own words.
You guys
like to hang out with me?
you guys
And
want to?
Wale is
Yeah.
manager, arranger,
Yeah.
but Wale is gist.
Yeah.
Gossip.
Wale is gist
big
lover.
ballroom.
Gossip me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wale is gist lover, but really nice hanging out with you guys.
Man, self.
Really cool. Do you wanna replicate? One word for Anita. It's always good to get feedback.
I can render legal service, so choose your words right.
No, I think pleasant.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
I think let me say pleasant. It was good.
I think for me, Anita is sweet.
No, IBK. From where to where?
IBK.
Steady on.
Sweet.
I think I'd say she's flexible. Right, she's flexible. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like that as well. Like I always appreciate being able to like go through conversations, different topics, talk about this, talk about that, I always appreciate that.
Yeah. I always worry for when we have a guest on the show.
Yeah, because that's what exactly. Because that's
not
what
because we're terrible people, but I'm always just worried. Like, I don't know if you guys have the same thing. Like, are they going to fit? Are they going to be able to
So the one I'm always even worried about is because we were used to how we shoot and how we communicate.
Yeah.
We can go in and out of 4 different conversations within the space of how many minutes. So I'm always in my mind. I'm like, shit, this person fit track. This person go fit track.
Gonna be the
how this
problem.
conversation they
out.
go.
Exactly.
Hold their thoughts on the first topic. Enter the second one we're talking about. Still come back and drop that thought on the first topic. So I always look at it because we were used to it.
Yeah.
We can be talking about Arsenal now. Juventus go just jump, enter, go back to that kind of thing.
Exactly.
I told you guys about one story when when I was still at Unilag FM with Shewan Jidagba. I think I've said it here before. So one guy came in from from one department, he said,
The show is done. You can actually.
I would like to talk sport. I would like to. Shewan say, okay, you know what? Well, let's go have a show. And Shewan no go do prep with you, you do prep with us.
No, you do prep.
Can just say,
they do prep.
Shewan can just come and tell you.
Yeah.
He can just come and tell you, okay, Nico Rosberg, blah, blah, blah. So the guy don't read Champions League football, you don't read what will go happen that night.
And they ask him Formula 1.
Now he shall ask him Formula 1. Live radio. You guys say, I don't know. Bro. I'm not even capping.
But he does not know.
Bro, the guy clear, she'll say, I don't know. She don't want the para after the show, say, why, what kind of rubbish is this? We can't tell she say, don't be so they do things. You can't, you get one time where you find someone, they come in Lag FM.
Sorry.
I don't know why you don't come again.
I'm coming.
There was a point we jam for in Lag FM now.
Yeah.
You don't forget.
That's our show,
That's not
man.
what you brought me for. You are not discussing another thing.
We've been dating a year 4 that time. So.
No.
The
time I wanted to actively work at Unilag FM, me and you never sabi that time.
No be year 3 with Fonsa. Maybe year 3 with Sabina.
Maybe there's
year 3 with Sabina when we do that show.
Maybe there might have been a program where we don't go Unilag FM together, but wanting to work and do their sports show. Me and you never sabi. This was 2008, 2009.
Sheriff, I know you find no go talking rich.
Final past 35. Or 34 max.
I thought men don't hide their age.
She was very tough. She was very tough. That time she won't go tell you.
Deck me up.
She won't go.
Deck me up.
Yeah.
Did deck me up? I was confused. What is it about?
I saw Isaac go for an egg.
That joke. So that's another thing I always look at because if you talk inside joke, I go sabi.
Yeah.
You get so. And when he was saying deck me up, I was looking at your face what you were like, what's this guy saying again?
She was lost.
I say, wait till you deck me up.
I saw Isaac go for an egg.
Show her the video now.
Hey.
You know, say person, you get one, and you know they are around. Person come this podcast that time. The guy no talk anything.
One big guy like that.
Deck me up. Man, deck me up.
But the conversation is really
The guy don't talk anything.
Oh, that guy. What's Kenny?
The guy know how to enter conversation.
Yeah, some people are
In the
very
wait when you be say,
polite.
so Rafa, what do you think about this?
Don't be wearing your work day on set.
Some people are very, very polite.
When in your work day on set.
No.
I always think that.
Shut up your mouth. What are you thinking?
I think my favorite episode was that one after the Arsenal Man U game.
Any Arsenal game.
He said, if Saliba plays, I'm certain we will smash.
Smash.
I know. Like I said, I ain't they play the. Like I said, I ain't buy boots for the players.
Yes. We'll smash them.
They ain't Harry Maguire carry him, slam for ground, smash him anyhow. I sent you the video.
Yes.
That does come. Do like 4 games, bro. You guys don't go extinct again.
And they go. Hey, see, it be like the guy watched that episode where I talk, say, you have to step up as a player. Guy, title winning team. That was the first time I will see Goalkeeper score.
He's a very good player. I like him a lot.
Pep new.
Yeah, Pep new.
He's a squad player.
Squad player.
Yeah.
Squad player, but he's a very good squad player.
Very good player.
The guy good. The guy good.
Can't depend on him to be on number one.
Yeah.
But he's
Come in and give you like 10.
But is it going to accept being a squad player?
He won't now.
Jesus. Yeah.
And I feel that
Jesus is like he's like the
He's just a higher.
he's a poster boy for them Nicholas Jackson kind of players.
See, he's just a my man.
Carlton was a president at a very high level.
He's not. He's just a higher level Divock Origi. That's all.
No.
He's just a higher level.
So if so, no.
What I mean
Yeah,
by
super
that.
sub.
What I mean by that is a squad player.
Like Charito.
Jesus is just more talented, can
Well,
play
Charito-
more.
it could depend on Charito.
But in terms of like your role in the team,
Charito is starting
now
one,
squad
scoring
player,
goal.
you
Yeah,
don't
squad player.
depend on.
Starting spoiling this team.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah,
It was better than as a sub
yeah.
now. If you go carry Jesus, say, I don't get striker.
No,
You're on your own.
On your, you know. I like his a lot. He can play.
Anything, how like to 130. You have more ground.
IBK should shoot content, dance.
dance now.